Yes, why not? It takes only 7 minutes to pour the ale. But wait a minute. Do you know the White Mansion between Slough and Windsor? Naturally. You mean Lady Vivian, of course. By the way, drinks are on the house. Thank you. You are ever so kind. Florian had parked the Bentley right in front of the...
We sometimes were, our words to swerve all around. Whispers come and go, so clear that day. Some tomorrow, other words blend with ours, their voices heard.
terrace. The paint was shining in the sun. The top part dark brown, down part creamy yellow. People were looking at him. Was he a new master of the mansion? They started gossiping quite openly. Would they drive to London, see Kensington, Park, Hyde Park, West End and the Mall? Soho area was forbidden naturally, and Haymarket no good, because around it there were women selling their bodies. It was out of the question. But anyway, Florian thought he would drive with Vivian to London, because the lady certainly knew this big town, the city, better than himself. It would be nice, would be nice, very nice to stay in London couple of days.
Couldn't have loved you more, but I know I could have loved you longer. Crying for the moon. Couldn't have loved you less, but I know I could have loved you longer. Over all too soon. Come down to earth, how the tide flies. Come down to earth, how the love lies. A broken butterfly, trapped in a wheel. A butterfly, I can't conceal the way I feel now that you're gone. It's been so long. Bonjour, swan song. Hiding behind the song, and I know I could have loved you longer. Singing just for you. Couldn't have loved you more, but I know I could have loved you longer. Didn't make it through. Come down to land after so long. Come down to land. Bonjour, swan song. A broken butterfly caught on the wing.
Since he had spare time, Florian tried to remember the parts and regions of London. The city was a multicultural, multiracial metropole, and it consists of several smaller towns like Kensington and Chelsea, where the aristocracy live. City of Westminster, Richmond with a great park, London City with the banks, of course, Camden Town, Earl's Court, Islington and Hackney, Greenwich, and so on. The big Thames River crossing all the way through the centre with many bridges across it. Brighton is only about 50 miles away from London. That's why the young man had visited the city quite often and knew it perhaps better than the Londoners themselves. They are newspaper and pocket book reading population and don't look much around. On the other hand, there was no need to drive to Brighton now. He would inform his father how the things are going. Brighton and Hove lies in East Sussex on the English Channel. It is, like said, a major seaside resort crowded with tourists in summertime. In a way, it is an attractive town, known of its many parks, handsome squares and crescents.
A butterfly, a broken wing, but still I sing. Now that you're gone, it's been so long. Bonjour, swan song. And I thought we'd touch eternity, but all we have are memories. I thank you for the sweetness that you gave to me. Trapped in a wheel, a butterfly, I can't conceal the way I feel. Now that you're gone, it's been so long. Bonjour, swan song. Caught on the wing, a butterfly, a broken wing, but still I sing. Now that you're gone, it's been so long. Bonjour, swan song. Trapped in a wheel, a butterfly, I can't conceal the way I feel. Now that you're gone, it's been so long. Bonjour, swan song.
The main attraction is of course the Royal Pavilion, constructed in the late 1800s as a residence for the Prince of Wales, who then became the King George IV. You can also reach France, Dieppe, by hydrofoil. The original name was Brighthelmstone from the 10th century. It's there as a standard. I go there just sometimes to amuse myself, to have a change. Reading books in the library and to have a rest in the middle of the big city of London. Why cannot I stay there? Asked Florian spontaneously. This thing started to disturb him. Now, you see, it would not be proper for you to stay overnight in the mansion or even in London. Better to stay in a luxury hotel. He was almost getting angry. I am a little bit confused. You know, I don't know where this all is leading to. Take it easy. You maybe not know that I have reserved a room for me as well in the very same hotel, next to your room. It's a secret, you know. The reception cannot talk about it because people would start talking about us. You are wasting money to keep your honor, was the answer. Oh no, that's only natural. Look here. This region is dominated by the Windsor Castle, which belongs to the Queen Elizabeth. Charles is the Prince of Wales, but he will not be the next king because he is married to a middle-class woman. The king will be his oldest son, Andrew. Prince Philip, a Greek by birth, is the Prince of Edinburgh, Scotland. The castle is a principal residence of the British sovereigns. It is located actually in New Windsor. About 22 miles from London. It is located on a slight elevation overlooking the Thames River. There are two parks around it, the Home Park and the Great Park, which is largely public. In the last ground there is a magnificent three-lined avenue more than 3 miles long. The Virginia water belongs to the structure. It is an artificial lake. Do you want to hear more? Yes. Let me interrupt you for a while. When I was sitting here alone, I had the funny feeling that I don't know anything about your intentions. Can you please kindly explain it to me? I'm in a difficult situation. I must understand how the things are going. Explain it to me, please. I beg you kindly, milady. Explain, so I will understand. At last.
I took a trip down to look at the fair. When I arrived, I found nobody there. It seemed I was all alone. Must be that they've all gone home. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. Voices of yesterday make not a sound. Even the roundabout stopped going round. I wonder just what it means. Is everything how it seems? A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A creak as the dodgems came onto the scene. Wheels began turning, I started to scream. A carousel swung around. My head spun and hit the ground. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. A trip to the fair, but nobody was there. I closed my eyes to disguise the fear from inside.
Listen to me now carefully. I don't expect from you anything unnatural. If you don't like the hotel, we can move to the penthouse apartment in Chelsea. There's a butler too, and a wide selection of whiskies. Yes, let's do that. I expect there's plenty of room for two. I'm dying to see the library. A great reader I am. That's my passion. It's settled then. But first we stay in Windsor for a few days. Where was I? The dominant structure of the castle is the round tower. about 80 feet high. It is called also the Keep. There King Arthur sat with the knights of the Round Table. A prison it was until 1660, still surrounded by a moat.
Here in the spotlight, coded tonight, giving all for you. Days pass quickly, hope that you miss me when the show is through. The entertainer's no stranger, she only lives to play. Distance between us is only a note or two away. Travel to places, fill all the spaces in everybody's lives. Don't show the pressure, try not to measure how you feel inside.
Then in Windsor we have the St. George's Chapel. The construction start ordered by King Edward IV. About 1474 and completed by King Henry VIII in 1528. It is a masterpiece of architecture of that era. Burial place to British sovereigns. King Henry III and later Queen Victoria built likewise memorial monuments. The state apartments in Upper Ward, including the famous St. George's Hall, the Waterloo Chamber, the Throne Room, the Rubens Room, and the Van Dyck Room. They contain valuable collections of paintings, statuary, and other priceless objects.
The entertainer's no stranger, she only lives to play. Distance between us